Toilet's still out of use, guys. That'll be the staff toilet in there.
Hello.
Hello. Somebody in charge? Management?
No manager in at the moment.
Who's in charge then?
There isn't any managers in at the moment, I'm afraid.
So nobody's in charge?
Nobody's in charge at the moment.
That sounds like Blackpool Council, that.
Yeah. How can I help?
Development on the toilets.
Oh, we still don't know. They're reviewing it every month. So it's the councils that shut them.
Well, they're not doing a lot, are they? This has been like this for a long, long
Yeah,
time.
well, they will review the situation because it's not...
Well, it hasn't changed. What are they reviewing?
Yeah.
Well,
What are they telling you?
What's the name?
I don't know because the
Wait,
manager's
is
not
it,
in.
Lindsay?
She's liaising with the manager.
Yes, they have,
She's
yes.
not in at the moment, I'm afraid.
Right.
But it's, you know
Yes.
why they closed it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you soon. All right.
It's not the right
Bye-bye.
Well, they're not addressing the problem. They're just eliminating it for everybody, which is not fair. It's not fair for the people, is it?
No,
This place
I
is
do understand.
owned and belongs to the people.
Yeah, but the library doesn't have any obligation to have toilets in it. There is no obligation, guys. The toilets were put in.
Well, they were put in for a reason, weren't they?
They were put in for a
Yeah, when
reason,
we had the
which was
cafe.
when we had the cafe. So there had to be toilets there.
Right.
When you have a cafe, you have to.
So the
supply
toilets still belong to the people, though.
Yeah, well, but there isn't. They were put in because of the cafe, but now because we don't have the cafe, they were shut, and they have been a long time still open after the cafe.
Yeah.
But because the situation was getting so bad, you know, you can. We don't like to find someone, which was happening. We found someone OD'd in the toilets.
Well,
That's not what you're expecting.
Well,
That's not.
why doesn't somebody make positive suggestions? I mean, I said put a sign up saying no junkies, yeah? Council won't do that. Can't do that.
can't do
Tut, tut.
that.
That doesn't tick a box, that doesn't. So why don't you make one of them just for those people? Then they're in a safe, clean environment. And if something happens, there's people here. Rather than doing it down a back alley and dying.
Well, I don't think.
Wouldn't you think that would be better?
I don't think. If you were working here, would you want to supply that and be finding people unconscious? And
Yeah, somebody's got to find them. So
yes, that's true. But we're not going to supply a place for people to use drugs in the library.
drug rehabilitation centres won't like to hear that.
What? So you think we should supply a place for people to take drugs in here?
It's a family place. We can't
It's
have
a family
it. We have
place. There's children using.
The streets are a family place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. I totally agree with you there. But because
I'm not having a go at you personally,
no,
don't take it
I
personally.
totally understand that. I totally
I'm trying to
understand that,
get a
yeah.
resolution to the...
Yeah, no, I know
because
it's not me. I know you're not.
I should
having a go
imagine
at
there's a
me.
lot of elderly people come in here.
Yeah, that's
And then
all
to be
true.
told, oh no, it's another 15-minute walk to the
Well, it's
nearest
about
toilet.
right.
Yeah, it's just not right. Especially in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
Because I should
But
imagine
they're
a
all
lot of
right.
elderly people come here just to keep warm.
Yeah.
Yeah? So the
Well,
council
a lot of
need to be
people
taking that
aren't
into
even
account.
elderly that come in to keep
They need to be
warm.
taking that into account.
Yeah, but the decision was made after a huge amount of time and
Yeah.
the same thing happening over and over and over again.
Well, it will if they're
Yeah.
addicted, of course it
Yeah,
will.
no, I know that, but
And I know there's no easy solution,
Yeah,
but
there isn't
there
no
has to
easy
be one. It has to
solution.
be addressed differently
Yes. Yeah.
instead of just shutting the toilets for the people. You know.
yeah, but like you say, it's
Can't-
like
can't you run a-
you can
can't-
go into a shop, you can go into Primark or somewhere like that. There's no toilets in there. There's lots.
Yeah,
and
well,
lots
yeah,
of
I disagree
shops
with
and
them
things
as well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like,
I went into Sports Direct in Preston
Yeah.
to use the toilet and was told, no, you have to go next door to Marks and Spencer's to use theirs.
but Marks and Spencer's will have a cafe. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like because
So-
if you are serving food by law, you have to have a bathroom because...
Yeah, the same people force them to have toilets that have shut these down.
So we had the toilets because of the cafe. We don't have the cafe anymore, so we don't have
Have you tried?
to have toilets.
Have you tried keeping the key here, and so that the
We've done all that.
so the old pensioner can come and go to the toilet, but an obvious junkie won't be given the key?
Well, yes,
Then it's a thing of what's fair, isn't it?
That's what's fair.
Yeah.
This is my point.
Yeah.
This is my point.
But
Yeah.
it's, out of our hands, unfortunately.
Council are not doing what's right. They're doing what they think ticks the boxes, and that's not right. Yeah.
You could email. I don't know whether you already have.
I don't do emails. I do face-to-face only.
You could
Go up
into
there
the
and kick
council-
arse.
Well, you could go into the council building and, you could air your views on what you think,
Yeah,
that's
somebody needs to.
perfectly
Somebody
fair.
needs to. Yeah. I know you can't because you work
Yeah.
here.
I mean, all we're doing is that's what we've been instructed to do.
I understand
and that's
that,
why-
yeah.
And then I know that they review it, but they are liaising with our manager who's not here at the moment. So,
I mean, look at the toilet. They did something positive with, not saying it's a good thing, but the toilets at the central car park. It now looks like a prison, a Russian prison.
does it?
So they didn't just shut the toilets there. They did something. They spent money
Yeah,
to address the problem with the people
Yeah.
sleeping in the toilets, I presume.
yeah.
So something.
I mean, it's very sad that this happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can't imagine how awful it must be to be in that situation. Total sympathy. But it's just that because
Sympathy
we have a
for
lot
who?
of children,
For-
well, people who are homeless and things like
Oh,
that.
yeah. But the issues here is it's not homeless, is it? It's drug abuse.
With drug abuse, yeah. Well, often they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But because we have a lot of events and there's a lot of children in here, you can't. It got to a stage where it was really, really. We've got a duty of care because children were going in the
Was
toilet.
there too many of them
and
congregating in here?
They were finding needles in there and things like that, which is,
Yeah, I disagree with
You
that.
can check the toilet every hour, but there's a space where you can't check that toilet. And if you've got a class visit of kids in, can we use the toilet? You let them in, and then there's needles on the ground, or there's someone actually up in the toilet.
Yeah.
That's just
I agree
a
with
terrible
that, yeah.
situation,
That's
and
why-
that has happened. So it's all those things. It's a combination of all those things of. But it's not only that, it's like an elderly person going in and someone's in there. doing
Yeah, it could be a
something.
shock for them,
All
yeah.
those things are. It had got to the stage where it was really, really bad, where people weren't coming in because of that situation.
Right.
So it was affecting football hugely.
Yeah.
And it is just kind of building back up, but it was so bad.
So they
that
don't come in
There was
anymore?
lots of people, elderly people, who were coming in and saying things like, I won't be coming back, because they were scared of what was going on.
Yeah.
It's very intimidating, it's awful. And you say, oh yeah, well, elderly people want to use that, but you don't
So
want to be
presumably,
faced by that.
so presumably, since the toilets have been shut down, they've stopped coming in. Then the drug abusers, yeah.
Because they would come in specially, and then they're out again. That's it.
Oh, they don't congregate in here then, no.
They do. They used to a bit, but because they congregate in here when they can go in and do that. They don't
Yeah.
congregate in there when they can't.
Right.
So it takes them out of the building, and it sounds awful when I'm talking to them.
So does-
Talking about them like they're not human beings, they are.
Yeah.
But that's they were in here, and it's a very intimidating force
Yes, I
when
know,
that
I know,
kids are around, elderly people around, they weren't coming in, so it was stopping people coming in, and that was also part
So
of
it
addressing
needs
the
some
issue.
serious thought, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was really stopping. That was a massive issue as
Yeah.
well, because of, and there was an issue where there was some really bad dealing going on. In it.
Yeah.
So all those
So-
things have added to this, and then
Yeah.
it all culminated in people ODing in the toilet and things like that. And you can understand that it's not what you're expecting on your working day when you're thinking, I'll just check the toilets before and then someone.
Yeah, it's not what you get paid for, is it?
It's not what
No.
you get paid for.
It's not what you want to do.
yes, it is an issue, but it's also, there's a lot, it's not just shutting the toilets, there's a lot of reasoning behind it, you know what I mean?
So it's not an easy one, is it?
It's not an easy one because a lot of because of the children as well coming in and all that, so...
Okay, we'll just watch this space then.
Yeah, so they will kind of... I can't tell you because they're liaising with the manager, so I don't know what those conversations are.
Okay.
But I'm just telling you what I've seen.
What you've witnessed.
What I've witnessed.
Well, that's good.
And,
That's good.
So...
I'll leave it with you ladies. And
can you see why a little bit more now?
yes, I understand a little bit more. Nobody's explained it like that before of how bad it was, but
yeah, it was really bad.
something has to be done, I think. You know.
So
I feel that
a couple of weeks ago about a book that they
they're there now. They belong to the people. They should have a right to use them. To take them away, to take them out, is, in my opinion, is wrong. You know.
Yeah.
They're solving one problem and creating another.
Yeah, all it's doing, like you say, exactly, is it's taking what went on in there and putting it somewhere else. But you can't...
Yeah, but because there's kids in here, you can't have it in here. Yes, I understand that. But
and the elderly.
we're not the ones that get paid to make these decisions, are we? So
We're not that, we're not.
we just have to wait and see.
We just have to abide by them.
Appreciate your time, ladies.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, it's the chap here, guys, who paid for this building. Scottish man, although he must have emigrated to America. Andrew Carnegie, that's his name, Andrew Carnegie, I'm sure of it, this guy here. He looks like the old guy, what's his name? Attenborough in Jurassic Park. Later, guys.